Last week it was a driving rainstorm in Chicago. This week it's a howling snowstorm in Minnesota for the Atlanta Falcons. This is Lindsey Nelson reporting from snow-covered Metropolitan Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota, as the Atlanta Falcons, with 1 win in 11 games, meet the Minnesota Vikings. Coach Norm Van Brocklin on the right hopes his Vikings can snap their 3-game losing streak. The weather is perfect for Santa Claus, and the jolly old fellow makes a surprise visit, much to the delight of the 20,000 hardy souls who brave the 24-degree temperature and driving snow. Others entertain themselves with a lively snowball battle as game time nears. It's the NFL Game of the Week. The Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota wins the toss and has the ball on the 20 as we pick up the action. Bob Berry is starting at quarterback today for the Minnesota Vikings. Berry handing off to Bill Brown. And he is upended by Ron Smith after a gain of 3 yards. On 4th down, Bobby Walden is in deep punt formation. But as he drops the ball, he scrambles for it and is forced to run. Walden is finally knocked out of bounds by Jerry Richardson after picking up a 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Now Bob Berry dropping back. Pitches to Preston Carpenter. Again, Jerry Richardson makes the stop after a gain of 14 yards. It's a 1st down at the Atlanta 46. Jim Lindsey carrying. He gets 4 yards, stopped by linebacker Tommy Nobis. Bill Brown booms off tackle. Wrestled to the turf again by Tommy Nobis after a gain of 6. Bob Berry, number 17, fakes the handoff. Drops back to set up. The pressure is on. And he's dropped for a loss of 5 yards. Bob Berry again setting up. Looks for Preston Carpenter. The ball bounces off Carpenter. Intercepted by Bob Riggle. Brought down by number 82, Red Phillips, on the Atlanta 34. The Minnesota Vikings again have the ball later in the period. 1st and 10 at their own 25. Bill Brown gets 5 as he's stopped by Nobis. Bob Berry to Paul Flatley. And it's intercepted by Jerry Richardson. And it's Bob Berry assisting on the tackle at the Minnesota 34. Ernie Wheelwright moves for 15 yards, but the Atlanta Falcons are penalized back to the 50. A holding penalty, and Billy Lothridge goes into deep punt formation. No run back, and the ball rolls dead on the Minnesota 25. Bob Berry, number 17. It's Preston Carpenter. Richardson and Bob Riggle bring him down. Again, at 12 yards and a first down. Bill Brown. Off tackle for 7. Bob Riggle and Tommy Nobis on the tackle. Just short of the first down. And Bill Brown picks it up with a gain of 3. It's at the Minnesota 48 as Bob Berry sets up now. Throws long to Preston Carpenter. He shakes off Ron Smith, heads for the goal line, and goes in for the touchdown. A 52-yard play. And the Minnesota Vikings go out in front by a score of 7-0. Fred Cox kicking off for Minnesota. Nick Rassus takes it at the Atlanta 17. Rassus returns to the 40 before he's finally stopped by Tom Hall, number 28. Ernie Wheelwright gets 4 before he's stopped by Dave Toby. Now the handoff to Junior Coffey. He shakes loose and picks up 13 yards before he's stopped by Hackbart and Carl Kasulke as the first quarter ends with Minnesota leading by a score of 7-0. Randy Johnson at quarterback. Throws to Alex Hawkins. A gain of 9 yards, the tackle by Ursel McBee. Johnson again. Intended for Burke, but it's broken up by George Rose. Incomplete. Ernie Wheelwright racked up by Larson for a loss of 5. Johnson goes to Alex Hawkins. He's hit by McBee, fumble. And Vern Burke recovers for the Atlanta Falcons. However, they can't move the ball, and on 4th down, Lothridge is in deep punt formation. Gets the kick away. Inside the 5, and Tom Hutchinson downs the ball at the Minnesota 2. So the Vikings have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 2-yard line. Jim Lindsay hit and fumbled. Riggle recovers for Atlanta on the Minnesota 1-yard line. Trailing by 7 points now. The Falcons send Randy Johnson in on a sneak for the touchdown. And it's Atlanta 7, Minnesota 7. The Falcons are back on the attack following a Viking punt. Johnson pumps and moves up. Pitches to Ernie, wheel right. A gain of 35 yards to the Minnesota 23. A defensive holding penalty refused on the play. Junior Coffey plows for 9 and a first down at the 11. Dave Tobey and Carl Kasulke, the tacklers. Again, the workhorse, Junior Coffey, for a gain of 6. Junior Coffey drives to the 1-yard line where it is first down and goal to go. Ernie Wheelwright in for the Atlanta touchdown. They move 61 yards in 9 plays. Atlanta 13, Minnesota 7. Billy Lathridge kicking off now for the Atlanta Falcons. Attempts an onside kick. Taken by Roy Winston. He is hit by Lathridge at the 34. Bill Brown moves for 9 yards as he's brought down by Bob Riggle. Bob Berry. And it's intercepted by Bob Riggle. And he sets sail. Racing down the sideline and into the end zone, 62 yards for the touchdown. And the Atlanta Falcons go out in front by a score of 20-7. Billy Lathridge kicking off. Taken by Williams at the 15-yard line. He returns to the 34. Bob Berry. To Paul Flatley. Finally stopped by Jobco and Riggle at the Atlanta 40-yard line, a gain of 26 yards. With a couple of minutes remaining in the first half, Bob Berry retreats again, sets up. It's Paul Flatley. Stopped by Ron Smith after a gain of 5 yards. Berry looking for Red Phillips. And it's incomplete, deflected at the last moment by Jerry Richardson. So on 4th down, Fred Cox will attempt a field goal from the Minnesota 42. It's no good, short. Ron Smith picking the ball up at the 1, hit right there by Lonnie Warwick. The ball is spotted at the 1-yard line. Randy Johnson wedging him out for 9 yards. The handoff goes to Ernie Wheelwright. And he's stopped for no gain by Dave Tobey and George Rose. So it is 4th down and a yard to go. Billy Lathridge in deep punt formation. Kicks out to the 40 where Williams calls for a fair catch. And following the fair catch, the Minnesota Vikings elect the option of a free kick. Fred Cox attempting from the 40 on the free kick. It's up. It's good. And And at the end of the first half, it is the Atlanta Falcons 20, the Minnesota Vikings 10. And this lovely young lady gives the 20,000 fans a very lively halftime show. In the third quarter, a short punt gives the Vikings good field position. Bob Berry throwing to Paul Flatley. A gain of 9 yards and a first down at the Minnesota 46. On a busted play, Bob Berry keeps and moves for 5 yards before he's overtaken by Tommy Nobis. Bill Brown booms in for 5 more and a first down. It's again Nobis on the tackle. Berry to Preston Carpenter. Marion rushing, hanging on. A gain of 8 yards on the play. On fourth down, Fred Cox attempting from the 26. It's up. It's good, and it's the Atlanta Falcons 20, the Minnesota Vikings 13. Fred Cox kicking off for Minnesota. Nick Rassus waiting at the 2-yard line. Rassus moving to the 24 before he's stopped by Jerry Shea. Andy Johnson to Alex Hawkins. A gain of 12 and a first down at the Atlanta 35. Johnson again, this time to Billy Martin for 11 yards as he stumbles upfield to the Minnesota 49. But on fourth down, Lothridge is in deep punt formation. Gets it away. And Williams calls for a fair catch at the Minnesota 13. At the end of the third quarter, it's Atlanta 20 and Minnesota 13. The Minnesota cheerleaders try to stir up the hometown crowd as the Vikings open fourth quarter play. Bob Berry hit by big Sam Williams for a loss of 6. Now Bill Brown, number 30, for a gain of 4 yards. Tommy Nobis stacking him up. Berry to Brown. A gain of 3. Bill Jobko, the defender. Now Berry looking for Paul Flatley. Berry moves out and pitches. And Flatley gathers it in. Out by Riggle, aided by Tommy Nobis after a gain of 32 yards and a first down at the Atlanta 43. Berry again to Flatley. Ron Smith runs him out of bounds after a gain of 5 yards. On 4th and 2, Fred Cox attempting from the Atlanta 42. But it's short. Ron Smith fields the ball on the 5-yard line. Gets back to the 20 before he comes to a skidding halt at the feet of Fred Cox. Minnesota battles to get out of a hole later in the period. First and 10 for the Vikings at their own 16. Bob Berry to Preston Carpenter. Tommy Novus makes the stop after a gain of 11 yards. Bob Berry. Thrown for a loss by Carl Rubke and Sam Williams, a loss of 5. Bob Berry. And it's intercepted by Bill Jobko. He's hit by Brown, up and over. But the Atlanta Falcons are in possession. First and 10 at the Minnesota 30-yard line. Junior Coffey gets 6 before he's stopped by Carl Eller. Lou Kerouac attempting a field goal. And it is no good, wide to the right. The score remains Atlanta 20, Minnesota 13. So with time running out in the ball game, the Minnesota Vikings have another chance. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They trail by 7 points. Bob Berry, number 17, calling starting signals. Tommy Novus, number 60, directly in front of him. Big Sam Williams, number 88, moving in. And he drops Berry for a loss of 11 yards. Second and 21 for the Minnesota Vikings. The pressure still is on. Marion rushing, number 52. Sam Williams, number 88. As they combine to drop Berry for a loss of 8 more. On fourth down, Bobby Walden in deep punt formation. But the ball skids off the side of his foot and goes out of bounds on the 17-yard line. 41 seconds remaining to be played. Andy Johnson's pass complete to Alex Hawkins for 9 yards. With 27 seconds remaining, Lou Kerouac attempting from the 20-yard line. It is wide to the right, no good. And once again, trailing by 7, the Minnesota Vikings get the ball. Bob Berry. Goes long to Red Phillips. Stopped by Nick Rassus after a gain of 27 yards. The ball is at the Minnesota 47-yard line. In shotgun formation, the pass from center goes over the head of Bob Berry. He recovers. Hit by Sam Williams, and there's a 24-yard loss on the play. Time runs out, and the Atlanta Falcons pick up their second victory of the year with a 20-13 upset over the Minnesota Vikings. The win enables the Falcons to move out of the Eastern Division cellar.